trying to get something going. Nice D from McHale.
Tell you what, you can feel their frustration underneath the surface. It's actually palpable with all these misses.
And Jordan Clark within reach of the record.
He's almost there. Keep that pedal to the metal is what I say.
Pass to English. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Daugherty. Baseline J on the way. And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game. Set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin. And it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
English has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Outside, McHale. Back to Jordan. It's Rivers on the wing. Right side, Jordan uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 45 points.
Gotta like how Jordan keeps his focus, not allowing the defense to get the better of him deep inside.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Brad Nelson. They've got Elijah on. Johnson is out there with Lever. And it's Malone. And it's English in at the small forward position. And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
And he makes the first. And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
And Johnson drops them both.
Well, pretty much the perfect point guard, if there is such a thing. Magic has incredible passing skills. Great size, unbelievable vision, plus leadership qualities that make him CEO-like.
To the inside, dishes to Malone. Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow!
And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
And there's another turnover by the East.
All-Stars ball.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for the West All-Stars.
And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
Now Jordan. Non-stop scoring machine here. And they call an illegal screen here.
It's not that hard to spot an illegal screen.
And the East with some changes. Rivers, he's checked in for Malone. Ainge comes in for Larry Bird. And Cheeks is subbed in for Wilkins. And you think about it, Justin Clark, how about the all-star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this, that sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right. Here's Ainge. The sharpshooter, Danny Ainge, placing it from long range.
And Ainge this season has hit a three-pointer in 23 consecutive games. That's an NBA record, and that is his game, making threes. You know, there's been talk about adding a third referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it, and they plan to put it before the Board of Governors at the next meeting.
Jordan drives in, and there it is for him. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
Always looking to drive, in attack mode constantly. When the D gives him a lane, he tears them up.
Johnson, the pass to Lever. He takes it in. Here's Malone. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly, with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the third official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
Good ball movement here by the East. The shot's good from Ainge.
And Danny Ainge making his All-Star debut in year 7, having the best season of his career. He went from a singles hitter in pro baseball to a long-distance laser in the NBA.
Cheeks from outside. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 5th assist in this one. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Johnson surveying the floor. Malone at the elbow. 5 on the clock. Here's English. Olajuwon trying to break free. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. English has got 4 this quarter.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
And Clark, a slow start for Michael Jordan is beginning now to get some momentum and heating up.
And the fans starting to take notice. They're feeling it a little bit, making some noise. They're certainly hoping he can make it happen. Hey, it's inexcusable not putting a body on a king. I mean, you deserve to get cooked when you don't do that.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Quality shot from mid-range there. They are clicking right now offensively.
Lever outside. And Jordan sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Tries again. Ainge grabs the board. And here are the East All-Stars. They're on a 17-6 run. Knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll be the West All-Stars ball. And some changes here for the East. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Rivers. Bird comes in for Michael Jordan. And Wilkins subbed in for Cheeks. James Worthy's checked in for the West. Drexler comes in for Lever. Outside, Drexler. Olajuwon inside. He's against Ewing. And it's Olajuwon missing. 3-pointer, Bird. And that's your 3-point shooting champion, Larry Bird.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game. Trying to fill it up tonight as well.
Drexler finds Johnson. That one, no good. Now the East will take it the other way. Bird way outside, And another three from the East. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60-something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right.
It's
of
Bill
course.
Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
Here's Olajuwon. Yes, that goes in. Olajuwon's got 10.
Boy, you got to admire the muscle of Olajuwon, easily pushing through the defense and converting in his unique style.
Bird looking it over. Fires the three. There he goes. Good! He got it at the buzzer.
That was right on time.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points? Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA. Here is Aguirre.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
Jordan is out there with Thomas. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. Then there's Ewing. And it's Bird in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And it's Drexler with the ball for the West All-Stars. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are graped up pretty good.
They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
Here's Aguirre. Larry Bird grabs the miss. Bird's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Down the stretch here, the East, Clark, out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
Whew, it sure has been. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Drexler outside. Tries from 16. It's rebounded by Ewing. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
It'll be a turnover.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lever's checked in.
In for the West, Fat Lever.
So it's the West now. And stolen by Thomas. Jordan against Aguirre. And another miss by the East.
That might as well be a layup if you give him that much space.
Inside. Here's Donaldson. Passes it to McDaniel. It's Lever on the wing. Pass to Donaldson. Back to Aguirre. And the dunk by Aguirre.
And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the second most competitive division. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Doherty's checked in for Ewing. McHale comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And Cheeks is subbed in for Thomas. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the West. Here's Aguirre. And too long on the shot. And Clark in the Midwest, those Rockets are really making a push.
And they're doing it. Are you kidding me? Are you